Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Breeze Comics here, and today we are looking at Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This is a very big issue. It's 60 pages that has several stories that tie up loose endings, create new story threads, and has even a very exciting plot line for me that I absolutely loved. So yeah, this cover kind of tells it all, honestly. So we're gonna focus on Kinder a little bit. We'll focus on female Electro, whatever you want to call her, Mysterio, Peter, and Mary Jane. So we're gonna hop right on in, and we pick up with the therapist that was with Mysterio before he died, and it actually ends up being due to Mr. Spencer's clever writing and knowledge of the Spider-Man mythos. He said that he read a lot up on Spider-Man's history before he took this job, and it's kind of showing, to tell the truth. He ends up being the therapist. It's a old disguised Ludwig Reinhardt, and Kindred was like, yeah, you had to choose him. You had to go back to your old spiel, here's the old deal, by using that disguise. And so we kind of get a rehash of, sorry about that, it's late, very late in the night, and I'm very tired. So we see Kindred and Mysterio chit-chatting, and Mysterio's like, sorry, forgive me, and he gives this document that apparently Mysterio wrote, that Mysterio has either forgotten about it, or for some reason, just like that, he just does not remember. Okay. Then we get a pickup with Pete. Oh, sure. We get a pickup with Pete, and he kind of just rehashes what has happened with the Hunted, and now he is tying up one loose end, which was left behind, which was, if I can just get there, holy moly. Okay, so it ends up being the Lizard, okay? So the Lizard had made all these little robots for to keep himself locked in, because he could only control the Lizard for like literally an hour. And Pete goes the whole entire, hey, you can never give up on yourself, because even if you do, you're actually hurting the others around you, including Billy, right? And so that kind of just triggers the Lizard, to be like, hey, you know what, you're right. And he gets a new inhibitor chip right here, with the help of Spidey. But while all this is going on, we actually have a plot with Mary Jane. Okay, so this is like the most, I swear, millennial thing, but also kind of genius at the same time. So we pretty much learned that Mary Jane and Carly, here's Carly, Pete's old girl, one of Pete's old girlfriends, they're going to go see this show, and we learn about this actress. This is not Sue Storm. This is an actress. She is performing a part of Sue Storm on this Broadway show, and this girl got famous because Mary Jane. She replaced Mary Jane on supposed to be like in General Hospital, and it kind of just led to her success, right? And she invited Mary Jane to go to the show. She wasn't sure if she was even going to show, but Mary Jane ended up going just to watch, and that's where she kind of decided she felt she had never stopped loving being an actress. So then Electro shows up, and she's like, you know what? I don't like you. You're not doing a very good performance. So she takes her hostage, and she ends up doing this like a live GoFundMe or whatever on a social media. It says, hey, if you don't pay up, I'm gonna kill her. Well, the internet sucks. Let's be honest. We all know how the people are on the internet. So people are like, you know what? She sucks. Really bad actress. She always phones it in. Blah 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 blah. She should just die. So Electro capitalizes on this turn of events and actually sets up two different funds. The first is to save her, and the other one is to kill her. And they draw this actress and Mary Jane. They're exactly the same, besides the hair. Her actual hair is black, and Mary Jane is obviously a redhead. So they kind of do this bait and switch thing where it's actually MJ that gives this monologue saying, oh, she loves acting, and she kind of reveals how they did everything, which was really, really good. So she ends up saving the day, and in that little instance, and she gets famous. Her agent calls her, like, hey, everyone's asking for you. So that's an interesting plot line that Spencer set up. And then, once we see, like I already showed you, this page, they're back to good, and then the lizard goes home, so really nice closure there. And Pete just starts going over everyone that, some other close loose ends and everyone else that has come into his life recently. Black Cat, Jonah, Aunt May, of course, and Boomerang. They continue this storyline in issue number 26, which is really good. I will also give that a review in a separate video for you guys. And then got past all these ads for Carnage that I don't care about. Then we see Kindred again. Ah, yes. So this is where the plot lines meet. So the agent is actually Mysterio. Is being controlled by Mysterio. Okay. So Kindred will eventually have Spidey's version of Death of the Family, it looks like. I kid you not. So we have Peter, we have Miles, we have Ben. Look at that, Ben's over there. This is Superior Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Silk. This is Mary Jane, Ghost Spider. I'm guessing this is Kang. That's the only one I can think about. And there's the little red right there you can see. Maybe not so well. I'm thinking that's Kang. Yeah, so this is the end of Kindred's part in this comic, okay? And then we see Electro. She gets busted out by this female version of the Sinister Six, okay? That we'll come back to in the next comic, in the next issue, okay? So what I really want to talk about is Pete. This is different art and everything now, okay? So this is where the official story ends, okay? With one artist, and then this picks up with another. And throughout the comic, they will change artist, which is kind of strange. He'll just change it out of nowhere. So Pete goes back to school, and he is learning from Dr. Connors or whatever. And Dr. Connors is like, you know what? Science has always been to help the future, but somewhere along the way, we became selfish, thought about here and now, and he kind of gives us examples throughout the Marvel Universe. We have the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, the Hulk, talks about Vision, talks about Cable and the Technovirus, which, he kind of like, oh man, yeah, this technology has not benefited anyone. And then we see an oil rig that's on fire, and we see this, construction workers. And this whole entire time, Dr. Connors is like, there's so many ways this world could end because it has so many super powered beings that it's just dangerous, that we're only thinking about here and now, and the future will eventually either be cut short or, catastrophe, okay? Then we see this wormhole opening, and it's coming from the sky, and it hits and it crashes into the oil rig, okay? And this is my favorite surprise that Mr. Spencer has thrown at us. Okay, the future is dying. That's what it says right here. The future is dying. We have Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. But wait. Now, if you're a Spider-Man 2099 fan, you know that this was not his current uniform costume in the last run. But in fact, his son, Miguel's son, was wearing this. Okay. So this could either be Miguel or this could be Miguel's son. So I really hope Peter David gets another Spider-Man 2099 run, because I am totally down. That was one of my favorite series. It had amazing art. The covers were just beautiful. So, yeah, on these last couple mini side topics, we're gonna see a team up between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. So that should be cool, that should be fun. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. What I really wanted to show you guys was this and how psyched I was for this. Nick Spencer has definitely got me on the hype train for Spider-Man 2099 and just Amazing Spider-Man run in general. I'm not following the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is the only Spider-Man comic I'm following at the current moment. That and Spider-Man Life Story. I think I do have issue number 4 of the Nights. I don't know if I read it though. But hey, it's a great story as well. Really loving it. I haven't read that particular issue though. Gotta do that probably tomorrow. So yeah, please support this series. I know a lot of bad will was coming out of Spencer's way, but now he's 2 years into this, and it is fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens. I know that people are saying Marvel just needs to die. These comics are too political. and it's, some ways it could be that way, but if they're not, all the titles are bad. You gotta go find out that you have to go and find the right title for you. I like Spider-Man. I like the Thor uh, run. I like the Avengers. Do I agree with everything with all the political comments? Obviously, no. That's stupid to say. But I can take what I want from it and enjoy the story. And that's what you'll definitely see in the next Avengers number 21 comic that I review. That I'm really psyched for it. That even Jason Aaron and Spencer can have these little political takes, but it can either go either or on some things, especially with Spencer and on the issue 26, which I'll review tomorrow and have for you guys. So please leave a comment in the bottom if you guys are super psyched for the future Spencer has laid out. How you think Kindred and we'll get, kind of the death of the family Spider-Man version kind of going. And how Miguel, or if it's even his son, how that's going to affect the playing field. Because I do kind of feel that was kind of gimmicky for Spider-Verse, I won't lie. But, come on, in Spider-Verse when it said, and meanwhile in New York, how did you not just jump up and freak out? That was pretty awesome. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Have a nice night. Bye bye.